Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, I want to share with you more drugstore dupes for some of the luxury, high-end and bougie skincare products out there. I hate overpaying for skincare because throughout my skincare journey, I've learned I can get the same great outcomes and results for my skin for reaching for drugstore and affordable products. You just don't need to break the bank. With the cost of living going up, up and up, one of the best ways to save some of your hard-earned coin is to swap out some of the luxury and expensive items in your skincare routine for some drugstore and affordable dupes, and that's what this series here on the channel is all about. So sit back, relax, and let's talk some drugstore skincare dupes. Now, before we get into this video, I like to issue the usual old caveat and disclaimer. That's to say, when it comes to skincare, use what works for you. We all have different price points and budget when it comes to skincare. It's all about finding the right products that match your individual spend. There is zero judgment if you love your luxury, high-end and bougie skincare products. Providing they work for you and your skin type, keep on using them, cling onto them like they're your best friend. I, however, am drugstore to my core, and I never think that skincare should be a luxury. There should be an accessible product for everyone, which is kind of the purpose of this series. I've been talking about drugstore dupes for some time on the channel, and this is going to continue throughout 2022. So if you have a luxury favourite in your skincare routine that you'd love an affordable dupe for, sound off in the comments section below, because I'll quite happily investigate some dupes for it and feature it in a future video. Just promise me that whilst you're down there, you'll also give this video a big thumbs up and a like. Honestly, it supports me and the channel so much, and I'll love you forever. It also encourages YouTube to push this video out to a wider audience. I want everyone to hear the message that when it comes to skincare, some of the best finds can be at the drugstore. By caressing that like button, it's just one small way of helping me to achieve that. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Now, without further ado, shall we cut the waffle and just delve straight on in? And the first product I want to talk about is the Paula's Choice Azelaic Acid Booster. This is a holy grail for so many people, but as with a lot of the Paula's Choice skincare line, that price point has been creeping up and up recently, meaning I don't longer think it's an affordable skincare option. I really struggle to find a dupe for this product though, because it just glides so well onto the skin. A lot of azelaic acids can be a little bit grainy in terms of their texture, or in the case of the ordinary azelaic acid, it balls, it pills, it peels. It's not really a nice product to use. The Paula's Choice delivered a great concentration of 10% azelaic acid in a beautiful formulation that just really led so well into your skincare routine. I would have said this was pretty unparalleled until the recent launch of this product, the Inculist Azelaic Acid 10%. This, game changing, because unlike the ordinary, affordable and drugstore azelaic acid, this isn't formulated with dimethicone, with silicones, which I think is the main reason why it balls up and pills and peels in your routine. This glides on in the same way that Paula's Choice one does. It's the same concentration. It also has some beautiful humectants and hydrators in here to offset any potential dryness that you can get when you first introduce an azelaic acid, and honestly, it's game changing. I would definitely say if you're reaching for the Paula's Choice Azelaic Acid Booster, give the Inculist one a go. For a fraction of the cost, it's like 1/4 of the price point of the Paula's Choice one, you get the same great results in terms of that 10% concentration, and it just layers so seamlessly into your skincare routine. Such an amazing drugstore dupe. I actually talked it in a little bit more detail in a recent shorts video, which I'll leave a link to up there if you do want to check it out, but definitely one to try if you haven't already got your hands on the Inculist Azelaic Acid. Now let's come on to the Liz Earle Cleanse and Polish Hot Cloth Cleanser. Now, this isn't actually super expensive. Whilst it is a slightly higher price point for a cleanser, it's certainly not break the bank and super bougie. And this is a firm favourite for so many people out there. It was really innovative when it hit the market because it was a really nice creamy cleanser that came with a muslin cloth that gave a very light exfoliation when you removed that shea butter based cleanser from the skin. I loved it, and I really loved Liz Earle for the longest possible time. Fortunately, you can actually get the same formulation and results at a fraction of the cost if you reach for the Superdrug Radiant Hot Cloth Cleanser. This so good. It's available at Superdrug here in the UK, but you can also buy it online. I love this because it's got a practically identical formulation. It's shea butter based with some really nice humectants, but it also just dissolves all the dirt, the debris, the SPF to give a really effective cleanse. I actually think this is slightly better than the Liz Earle version just because I prefer the muslin cloth that this one comes with. It's slightly more robust. I find it washes better, which honestly, you want to keep these things clean so you get that maximum cleansing action, and I just find that this has a longer lifespan in terms of its use. So really, for half the price, you actually get better performance. I love, love, love this Superdrug Hot Cloth Cleanser. It's so, so good. And if you live here in the UK, definitely want to try if you're currently adoring the Liz Earle polish. Now, if you don't live in the UK, I understand that, and it can be a little bit difficult to get your hands on some of the Superdrug products, but don't worry, because you can also reach for just a standard muslin cloth and use it with your existing cleanser. I think this is a hack that sometimes we forget about. My favourite are the Face Theory muslin cloths, which are 100% organic. They also wash really, really well and just an absolute pleasure to use. The whole purpose of the muslin cloth is it gives a vague amount of abrasion to the skin, giving a light and polish or manual exfoliation. It also takes off more of the cleanser than you can get by just splashing water and using your hands. I love, love, love the idea of taking off a cleanser with a muslin cloth, but you don't have to reach for the Hot Cloth Cleanser by Liz Earle. Just take your favourite cleanser that's available at the drugstore and take it off using a muslin cloth, the ones by Face Theory being my favourites, and honestly, you'll get the same results for a fraction of the cost. Now let's talk Tatcha, one of the most highly praised of the luxury skincare brands. Honestly, I would love to try so much from Tatcha, but I look at that price point and think, no, it's just not for me. I think the formulations are good, but they're not game-changing, and honestly, for that price point, I want something to literally rock my world when it comes to skincare, and Tatcha just didn't really do that. Their water cream, honestly, I think is probably one of the most viral and popular of the Tatcha products, but again, it comes with a ridiculously high price point. I've tried a lot of different creams to kind of work out which one delivers a similar ingredients with a very similar light texture but a fraction of the cost, and my favourite of all of them is the Make Prem Hydrate Me Moisturiser. This, the exact same texture as the Tatcha, the water cream, and a very similar ingredient profile. This will hydrate you to the gods, but really lightweight way. It doesn't weigh the skin down, making it a perfect summer moisturiser. I absolutely love this Make Prem one that gave a really meaningful level of hydration, but in a really light way. However, I actually prefer this one. This is the Make Prem Extra Moisture Panthenol Essence. This is like a serum, gel serum, rather than a strict moisturiser, so it's less thick than the Tatcha or the Make Prem Hydrate Me, but I find if you've got oily skin, this could actually be game changing. Oily skin, reach for this. If you've got a slightly drier skin type, reach for the traditional moisturiser from the Make Prem collection. But either of these are a fantastic drugstore dupe for the Tatcha, the water cream, at literally a third of the price. Now let's talk the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Complex. This, I think, is just about everyone's mother's favourite. I know that my mum used this for like the longest possible time, and it was one of the first anti-aging serums that actually delivered some meaningful benefit. It's got hyaluronic acid in it, which is a really nice humectant to hydrate the skin. It's also got some probiotics which can help balance the microbiome and some antioxidants to boot. A really nice serum that genuinely I think is worthy of that slightly higher price point. Fortunately though, you don't have to reach for Estee Lauder prices. Misha and their Time Revolution Ampule delivers practically the exact same ingredient profile at literally half the price. I actually think if I had to choose, the Misha one is slightly better because it's got more antioxidants. It's also got far more probiotics than the Estee Lauder equivalent, and it's also got some vitamin E in there to just nourish and hydrate. I think either of these will be great as serums in an anti-aging skincare routine, but the Misha one for me is half the price, and I think it actually has slightly more ingredients in terms of those that would be beneficial to your skincare routine, and is definitely the one that I would recommend, a perfect dupe. And I really want to thank Sarah over at No BS Beauty for calling this one out, because I learned about this one through her, and honestly, when you compare the products like for like, very little to distinguish between them except for that price point. Finally, let's talk the Farmacy Honeymoon Glow. This I think is the most popular product from Farmacy, which is quite a luxury and extra in terms of their price point skincare line. This combines alpha hydroxy acids to give a really nice glow and an exfoliation to the skin. It's not cheap, however, and I personally would reach for the Bliss Renew and Smooth Exfoliator, which at half the price of the Farmacy version, I think delivers just a little bit more. That's because it's less reliant on the glycolic acid to give that glow. It also combines some beautiful polyhydroxy acids, meaning you get the same great level of exfoliation at half the cost with fewer risks of sensitivity, redness, peeling and irritation, because it's just a more gentle product, but it's just as effective. I've tried both of these side by side, and I actually think I got slightly better results from the Bliss product, which just goes to show that you don't have to pay more in order to get more when it comes to results from your skincare routine. This Bliss one is like a perfect, more affordable dupe to the Farmacy Honeymoon Glow. So, there you have it, guys. 5 drugstore dupes for some of the more luxury, bougie, and high-end skincare products. Of course, this is an extensive list. This is going to be a recurring series here on the channel, where once a month I want to film this style of content, just to share with you the idea that you don't need to overpay to get amazing results, and the drugstore can offer you some fantastic, fantastic products at a fraction of the cost of some of the luxury alternatives. I would love to know any of your personal dupes that you want to recommend, or any of your luxury favourites that you'd love a dupe for, so sound off in the comments section below. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.